Culture at Dogmight stands on 3 foundations. It's creativity, trust, and mentorship.
The goal of our culture is to allow every single staff member to fully achieve their creative potential.
It makes people want to show up to work every day. It makes them excited to produce amazing products.
It lets people solve problems. It lets them embrace and stoke that spark of creativity that they have.
You'll see that in unique sculpts or really cool engravings or finishes or just stuff we've never done before.
We set up a program to allow them to progress through the skills that it takes to become a woodworker, but also to kind of unleash that inner creation.
It's embodied in a lot of ways. I think one of the purest ones is our in-stock offering. We really release the staff and give them a lot of freedom producing whatever they want and adding special touches to in-stock stuff.
Culture is important to me because I want to have a shop that people want to come to. I want people to enjoy what they do, have the ability to express themselves creatively, and live in kind of an ecosystem that fosters that.
Oh, Maker Day is really cool. It's the first place I've ever seen that does it. Once a month, we open up the shop to employees only, and they can work on basically any project they want, personal projects, things of that nature. And
the beautiful thing is there's a lot of the leadership is there during that day to kind of guide them and help them as they need it. And the leadership as well as working on their own stuff, anything from guitars to swords, you name it. Like those guys have made everything under the sun.
It's really killer stuff that they couldn't do if they didn't have the freedom to push their boundaries as much as we allow.
It's really important for us to have open communication. I think that's one of the essential parts of building a strong culture. At any given time, any member of the staff is welcome to walk into my office. We have no problem with that. We're here to solve problems. We don't care about blame. We want to help everyone get better and give them an environment where they can do that.
I'll take someone that's a gamer that embodies that kind of creative spark over somebody that's been woodworking for 10 years. It's much more important to what we do.
Working on a table saw is teachable. Sanding is teachable. Running a CNC is teachable. Those are all things that people can learn how to do. It's far more difficult to learn how to be a right fit for the culture of the job that you're in.
Teammate of the Week is one of my favorite parts. Every Friday, stop a little early, and we gather the whole staff together safely at distance, and the staff votes on who they think actually personified the culture the best over the previous week.
They know each other so well, and it's such a joy to be able to fully trust that and see that kind of blossom.
Running gags, there's inside jokes that I don't understand, but they're hilarious, and we'll sit there 15 minutes after we're closed, even with stopping early, just to finish the 35 votes that we had for Teammate of the Week.
We set the shop up intentionally to be very flexible. The programs encourage everyone to kind of move from station to station as they progress in their skills. It really allows a holistic view of the whole product. People are seeing the whole, what it takes to run the whole scope of a particular product and not just one small little facet like an assembly line.
Well, we're in a really good spot right now. We have really strong leadership. I think Mike and I are finally really settling in to embracing that company culture and making sure that it perpetuates.
For me, the hardest part about maintaining good culture is giving up control. And anyone you speak to that has gone through this process and running a business or leading a team eventually realizes that you have to find people that can do things better than you can. And you really have to trust people and give it away and let them take it and make mistakes. And maybe they're going to take it somewhere that you didn't even see.
We don't even know exactly what that entails, but I know that it'll be a result of the creativity and hard work and skills that everybody's learned out in the shop. And we're going to produce some amazing stuff that I can't even foresee right now because of that.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I have no idea who said that, but it is absolutely right. And we have a culture that values the entire team.
Oh, that's a great face. Fantastic. Who's your favorite owner, Konas or Cameron?
Sawdust. plead the fifth. I don't know. I mean, whichever one is in the room with me at that moment, probably.
I mean, I'd have to go with Konas because Konas got me my job.
Who's your favorite owner,
Cameron?
Yes.
Another one for me.
You have a very good business mindset, and you shoot down a lot of Cameron's more crazy ideas. Because he's a little off the chain sometimes.
Oh man, I mean, I'm gonna say Travis. He doesn't own it, but like, man, he owns that shop.
Which one of you pays me?
I do.
I mean, Cameron just gave me a Guinness. That's an upvote for that right now. Maybe we'll see who gives me a beer next Friday, and then.
It's another one for me, boys.
I plead the fifth.
Well, one of them I get free beer. The other one's my next door neighbor, and I get to use a lawnmower, and life is easier. So I'm gonna pick my neighbor.
Oh.
Yeah.
My favorite owner is my wife because she's married to me.
It's gotta be Konas. Gotta love yourself first. At least that's what my psychologist tells me.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
I like having the mics. Come on. I did get into this habit where I called you guys the Camerons for
Who's my favorite owner? Konas. Because he's sitting here.
Konas.
I really thought Sawdust was part of the ownership. Is that not true? Because I was gonna go with that.
Gotta go with Cameron for style.
That's fair.
Yes. Yes.
So Woody, we all noticed that you're holding a really gorgeous guitar and that you've been staying late at work almost every day. Is there any way these two are connected?
No, just kidding.
No.
I have been working on building this guitar for the last month and a half. 6 weeks, I think. Yeah, a month and a half. I just kind of over quarantine. I bought a kit guitar.
Oh yeah?
And I built that. And then I was like, it showed up and I was like, I can make that.
That's so cool. What's the body made out of?
The body is poplar. So I bought like an electric guitar body blank, which was just like a square hunk of wood. The neck is maple. And
Are those walnut?
They're rosewood.
For rosewood inlays?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a little harder than I thought it would be.
What was the hardest part?
Oh, the neck.
The neck?
Yeah, carving the neck took me as much time as making the body. Slow, repeated motions.
So cool.
You do the shape at like the 1st fret and the shape at the 12th fret, and then you just like slowly take away material until the two different shapes like match up, and then you hand sand it until it's smooth.
That's insane. And these inlays that you did.
Yeah.
I saw you using this really crazy flat saw when you were making them.
Oh yeah, I was using a Japanese saw.
So are you gonna leave us to go start your own guitar company now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Later.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would be really proud of you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you gonna make another one?
Yeah, I have 3 more that I just ordered lumber for.
Thank you so much.
When it is your turn in initiative, take your sweet, precious time. Always ask the GM for a thorough review of the encounter as it currently stands. Then sit and think for a moment. Review your character sheet in its entirety to ensure you're considering all possible tactics, and your parties as well. Then, with authority, declare that you will be holding your action for the turn. I'm sure your teammates will be thrilled.